Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to give you our top picks for Gens 1 to 6. So if you're new to Camaro, you might learn a thing or two here. And they're not necessarily the best of the best. It's all interpretive, right? But we'll give you our top picks for each generation, a little bit of history behind every generation. So let's get at it.
The Camaro's first generation was born into the era's raging muscle car and drag racing wars, as well as road racing, which spawned the original Z28 in 1967. First-generation Camaros also served twice as the Indy 500 pace car, first in 1967 and again in 1969. The 69 examples, with their hugger orange stripes and orange houndstooth interiors, are among the most distinguishable and recognizable special models of the time.
So our first pick for first generation is the 69 ZL1 Copo. Not going into a lot of detail about Copo. We'll put the link in the description. You can read up all about the Copo history. But everybody thinks ZL1 started out in the fifth and sixth generation, but it actually didn't. As you can see, it started in the first generation. Copo stands for Central Office Production Order, and if you wanted something above and beyond, the dealers had a way of ordering these Copo options and add it to your Camaro. So I think it's a great pick. This is part of our display at our 2011 International Auto Show display that we had, and whatnot, a better way to kick off.
The Camaro's second generation was its longest and its most successful, despite tumultuous changes in the industry that saw the horsepower of performance models such as the Z28 erode significantly. An all-new structure offered a slightly wider footprint and lower center of gravity, attributes that gave the Camaro excellent handling characteristics. It also supported dramatic, European-influenced styling. The Camaro enjoyed its best year ever in 1979, when 282,571 were sold, including nearly 85,000 Z28 models.
So for our second-gen pick, I wanted to include some of our members, supporters, at least one of them, and I couldn't think of a better way to do it than by honoring Joe's 70.5 RS SS. I don't remember the exact motor specs on this car. I know it's got a big block in it, but when it was new, you could order it with a small block or a big block. But the split bumper RSSS 70s era has always been one of my favorites, so certainly would make our top pick.
The third-generation Camaro also introduced an all-new architecture, with a contemporary strut-type front suspension, rack and pinion steering and more. The chassis system turned a car already renowned for its handling capability into a serious track machine, which was taken to its zenith with the Special 1LA package, introduced in 1988. Aggressive styling complemented the car's performance capability, and it was the first Camaro with a hatchback. Additionally, the 1982 Z28 was the first American production car to incorporate ground effects, and it was also named the Motor Trend Car of the Year.
So our pick for third generation 82 to 92 is this 92 Z28 1LE. I would say it's a pretty rare car today. Had special handling, had the 350 in it. Pretty rare car. Pretty rare car. If you could get your hands on one of these, I'd be buying one.
Performance continued to improve with the fourth-generation Camaro, with higher power engines and chassis enhancements that built on the basic layout of the third generation. Styling evolved with more dramatic proportions, including a fast-raked windshield that gave the car an undeniably sleeker profile. The Camaro's front end was redesigned in 1998, which coincided with the introduction of the landmark LS1 V8, which gave Z28 and SS models performance reminiscent of the muscle car heyday.
So our pick for fourth generation is this 2002 Camaro ZL1 done by GMMG. What a monster this thing is. 600 horsepower, 427, just a great car that is pretty rare. So we'll put the link in the description for this one as well, so you can read up about all the stats and whatnot and history and all that. It kind of ties back to the original first gen that we did, where that 9560 Copo is like one of 69 cars built, right? So the two kind of tie together, but definitely a good choice for our fourth generation.
The 7 years between the fourth generation's hiatus and the launch of the fifth generation, it was introduced in 2009 as a 10 model, didn't seem all that long, but was a comparative eternity in the automotive world. Chevrolet decided a new Camaro would have to acknowledge its heritage on the outside, and it was the right call. The 5th-gen car went on to sell more than 500,000 copies and outpace its pony car rival for 5 consecutive years. It also spawned new, track-focused 1L, E, Z28 and ZL1 models.
So the 5th generation holds a special place for me, having owned a 5th gen. And I remember being involved earlier on and having the honor of calling Scott Settlemeyer, my friend, who helped us out with capture test vehicles like the ZL1 convertible down on the right. This was a media car at my house, the red SS, and then being involved in the homecoming with Oshawa in the Ontario Camaro Club. You know, it was truly fun times being around this car and watching this car come out in 2006 and whatnot. So at the same time, this one was a hard choice because I could list about 10 different cars that I should have picked for this, but we settled on one that probably won't surprise many of you. So I don't think anybody's surprised by this one. Certainly, I mean, I could have picked a dozen cars for this, but our pick for 5th generation is the 2012 ZL1 Camaro. I mean, I remember when this car came out, you know, it was so much better than the SS, and you could take it to the track, you could take it to the road course right out of the box, and magnetic suspension. And as it would turn out, the 6th generation ZL1 would be even better than the 5th gen. But back in the day, when this car come out, it was the must-buy car. So before we get to our 6th gen pick, I just want to mention real quick what's coming up, and that is our top picks for 1st to 4th gen Firebird, and we're going to do a bonus project 5th gen conversion as well. So really appreciate all the support for the channel. If you've gotten this far to the video, again, please give us a thumbs up if you like our videos, and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we really appreciate the support. Let's get to number 6.
The Gen 6 Camaro introduced the Camaro's highest ever levels of performance, technology and refinement, all rooted in a lighter, stronger architecture, which helped earn the 2016 Motor Trend Car of the Year award. For 2017, new track-capable 1LE and ZL1 models debut, with the ZL1 driven by a supercharged 6.2 liters V8 estimated at 640 horsepower and offered with a new 10-speed automatic transmission.
So for our 6th gen pick, this one I found actually more difficult because I wanted to do something different, but I also wanted to give credit where credit was due. I initially was going to go with the SVE supercharged Yenko Super Coupe Camaro, 1150 horsepower, and I decided that I would go with the 2023 ZL1LE, and that is because that car is so much better than the 5th gen, and the performance of that car is really undervalued. But you know what? I want to hear what you guys have to think. And are you going to go with the SVE Camaro, or are you going to go with the ZL1 1LE? Let us know in the comments below, and really appreciate you checking out the video. And until we see you again, take care.